Patrick Ewing by many is considered the best player in New York Knicks history.
By Miller. Patrick with the quick move. Oh, they're going to continue.
And the only reason why he is not widely considered as the one is that he didn't win the NBA championship with the Knicks. Ewing played most of his career as the starting center for the team from the Big Apple, before ending his playing career with brief stints with the Seattle Supersonics and Orlando Magic. He was the best athletic center in his prime, being faster than his defenders, could dunk over them, and had a soft touch from mid-range. Unfortunately, injuries took a big toll on his career, and he missed significant time during his time in the league. Patrick had a 17-year NBA career.
Ewing drives in to score, and he's got 16. George having to play tentatively on defense.
Predominantly playing for the New York Knicks, where he was an 11-time All-Star and named to 7 All-NBA teams. The Knicks appeared in the NBA Finals twice, in 1994 and in 1999 during his tenure, but lost both of them. He won Olympic gold medals as a member of the 1984 and 1992 United States men's Olympic basketball teams. He was selected as one of the 50 greatest players in NBA history in 1996 and as one of the 75 greatest players in NBA history in 2021. Ewing is a two-time inductee into the Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts, in 2008 for his individual career, and in 2010 as a member of the 1992 Olympic team. His number 33 was retired by the Knicks in 2003. Patrick was born one day before Jamaica declared independence in 1962. As a child, he excelled at cricket and soccer. In 1975, Ewing moved to the United States and settled with his family outside Boston in Cambridge, Massachusetts. He learned to play basketball at Cambridge Rindge and Latin School with the help of John Felton and his coach Mike Jarvis. With only a few years of playing experience, Ewing developed into one of the best high school players in the country and among the most intimidating forces ever seen at the level given his size and athleticism. As a senior in high school, Ewing signed a letter of intent to play for Coach John Thompson at Georgetown University.
From Cambridge, Mass, number 33 at center, Patrick Ewing.
As a freshman during the 1981-82 season, Ewing became one of the first college players to start on the varsity team as a freshman. That year, Ewing led the Hoyas to their second Big East tournament title in school history and a number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. In the tournament, the Hoyas advanced to their first Final Four since 1943, where they defeated the University of Louisville 50-46 to set up a showdown in the NCAA Final against North Carolina. In one of the most star-studded championship games in NCAA history, Ewing was called for goaltending 5 times in the first half, setting the tone for the Hoyas and making his presence felt. The Hoyas led late in the game, but a shot by future NBA superstar Michael Jordan gave North Carolina the lead and the championship.
North Carolina has won the 1982 NCAA championship.
In the 1983-84 season, he led Georgetown to the Big East regular season championship, the Big East tournament championship, and another number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. Also, he was named the Big East Player of the Year. The Hoyas ultimately advanced to the Final Four for the 3rd time in school history, and the 2nd time with Ewing to face Kentucky, a team that had never lost a national semifinal game and was led by the Twin Towers, Sam Bowie and Melvin Turpin. Georgetown was able to turn an early 12-point deficit into a 53-40 win to advance to the national championship game. In the final, the Hoyas faced the University of Houston, led by future Hall of Fame center Hakeem Olajuwon. Ewing and Georgetown prevailed with an 84-75 victory, giving the school its first and only NCAA championship in school history. Ewing was named the tournament's most outstanding player.
That's a shot of his career high, 22 tonight. Ewing, a foul line jumper. Does he do it all?
Ewing's 4-year college career is cited as one of the most successful college runs of all time. Among his many accomplishments, he helped Georgetown reach the final game of the NCAA tournament 3 out of 4 years, win 3 Big East tournament titles, 4 Big East Defensive Player of the Year awards, and was named a first-team All-American 3 times. He entered the league in 1985 as the first overall pick selected by the New York Knicks.
We know differently, and here's David Stern with the announcement.
First pick, select Patrick Ewing.
Although injuries marred his first year in the league, he was voted NBA Rookie of the Year and named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team after averaging 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 blocks per game. Soon after, he was considered one of the premier centers in the league. The Knicks needed time to become a title contender, and at the beginning of the 1990s, they were in their prime. In the 1992 Eastern Conference semifinals, the Knicks played the defending NBA champion Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan. Ewing was unstoppable in Game 1, finishing with 34 points, 16 rebounds, and 6 blocks, and the Knicks beat Chicago 94-89. The Knicks were facing elimination in Game 6 when Ewing had one of the greatest games of his career. The team trailed 3-2 in the series, and Ewing was limited physically by a bad ankle sprain, but he helped the Knicks beat the Bulls 100-86 by scoring 27 points. NBA announcer Marv Albert called it a Willis Reed type performance, but the Knicks were ultimately eliminated in Game 7 in a blowout, 110-81. With Jordan out of the league, 1993-94 was considered a wide-open year in the NBA, and Ewing had declared that 1994 would be the Knicks' year. He was the main contributor to the Knicks' run to the 1994 NBA Finals, in which the Knicks, in the finals for the first time since 1973, lost in the final seconds of Game 6 and 7 to Hakeem Olajuwon's Houston Rockets. 5 years later, Ewing and the Knicks qualified as the East 8th seed in a lockout-shortened season. Although battling an Achilles tendon injury, Ewing led the Knicks to another victory over the Heat in the first round, 3-2. In the series clinching Game 5, he scored 22 points and grabbed 11 rebounds. They followed that up by sweeping the Atlanta Hawks and defeated the Pacers in the conference finals in 6 games, despite Ewing's injury finally forcing him out of action. However, the Knicks could not complete their Cinderella run as they lost in the finals to the San Antonio Spurs 4-1. In 2000, Ewing left the Knicks as part of a trade to the Seattle Supersonics. After a year with the Supersonics and another with the Orlando Magic, he announced his retirement in 2002. In 1,183 games over 16 seasons, Ewing averaged 21.0 points, 9.8 rebounds, and 2.4 blocks per game, and averaged better than 50% shooting percentage. As of 2021, Ewing was ranked 23rd on the NBA scoring list with 24,815 points. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, press the like button and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any new videos.